Ahoy, ahoy, and welcome to a brand new edition of the Ramble on Reaction. Sitting right over there is clever Eric Muller.
Sitting right there is handsome Dan Nye. Look at his shirt. He wants people to look at it.
Okay, moving on. So, Eric happened to see a motion picture which was a series of still frames projected against a screen that had some sound and maybe two stars being Idris Elba and Matthew McConaughey.
Wow.
Can you say more about this? I think it was called The Dark Tower.
Wow, that was one... Like, you led me on a journey there to get there.
I mean, since we have a thing going back and forth when we communicate, we try not to spoil things for other people. We'll say to each other like whether or not this movie was good, but we like to have all our thoughts here first. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times we just get a message saying it was a movie. So I figured I'd start off this review by saying what a movie literally was.
Yes.
And so that was something I got from this was it was a movie. So tell me a little bit about The Dark Tower.
All right, so Dark Tower, which is based on the Stephen King series of books, follows the story of a young man in New York who's having weird dreams about a tower and a man in black and a gunslinger, and lo and behold, they are actually true, and he ends up having to travel into another dimension where he comes across the gunslinger, and then he comes across the man in black, and they talk about the Dark Tower, and action ensues. This is like Stephen King's never-ending story / Rick and Morty.
I was going to say, is there that... I feel like that... I gathered all that from the plot from the trailer. Is there anything else in this film? All right, well, let's go positive. Tell me some good things about this movie.
I mean, Idris Elba, he was good, obviously. I mean, he is the guy who you can give a franchise to. I just wish they gave him a better franchise.
Cough, Bond, cough.
What? My problems with... I'm just going to go into the problems.
Okay, so there's no more positives.
No, I mean, Idris Elba was good. There's some good action sequences, but the problem is some of the best action sequences you already see in the trailer, so
that's the worst.
You're not really missing anything. The problem is, this movie's not meant for people like me and Dan, because we haven't read the book, so they literally drop you into the middle of this franchise, and I have no idea what's going on. I know there's things, like I said, the only thing I can compare it to is Never Ending Story, because this kid's dreams are becoming reality, so it's almost like he's reading the book, and everything that's happening in the book is happening real. It's weird. And it's another weird thing because it's almost like Cabin in the Woods, because there's like a good 5-minute sequence where they reference at least 7 other Stephen King novels and properties, and then they cut to the Dark Tower, or at least a guy one of the guys who works for the Men in the Black, and that guy is the guy who smokes all the weed in Cabin in the Woods. So I'm like, wait, has he figured it out now? He is now the guy who's in control of everything, and he's now controlling this dark fantasy world.
Oh my god.
Messing everything up. It's like, all this meta thing is going through my head while I'm watching this.
That would make this movie so amazing.
Right,
if that was
it, I'd be telling you kudos to the screenwriters, but unfortunately, no kudos to you, because each one of these acts feels like it's a different movie.
No.
Like the first, like I said, it's like Stephen King's Never Ending Story. The second act, that's when you get more of the gunslinger aspect, because it's just the kid and Idris Elba out in this wasteland fighting things, goose, blah blah blah. And then the third act is when they go back into the real world. So you had the fish out of water humor, which was funny because Idris Elba could deliver some lines. You have Matthew McConaughey, who he's just okay in this, and he's just giving lines. Like I feel like the writers literally just wrote things down, and they weren't sure what the ending of the sentence was going to be. And like Matthew McConaughey, you could tell he's like, I'm just delivering lines with a slightly unbuttoned shirt.
Compared to his Lincoln commercials or his whiskey commercials?
Those are more moving.
Oh, that's upsetting. Well, I was going to ask, so
I was going to say, and Jackie Earle Haley's in this, and
Jackie Earle Haley. Okay.
Yeah, and he's one of the henchmen for the Man in Black, and he's okay. I liked him. I was like, hey, Jackie's got work.
Good, and because we talk about him quite a bit with some speculation.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, so like Never Ending Story, does the climax of the movie end with just wind blowing in this kid's face and him screaming something indiscernible into the middle of nothing?
You mean he ends up being the one with the uncontrollable power that controls everything? Oddly enough, yes.
Oh, well, spoilers.
Not exactly like this, but pretty much what ends up happening is it ends up revealing he has psychic powers.
Okay.
then that's what Matthew McConaughey needs from him to destroy the Dark Tower.
We don't normally spoil things, so I apologize.
Well, it's not really spoiling things if, they kind of vaguely mentioned it in the trailer, so.
Okay, well, so.
But pretty much that's what the plot is pretty much Matthew McConaughey needs to kidnap this kid so he can finish destroying the Dark Tower.
Okay, fair enough. That all being said, what do you grade this movie?
C-. I mean, it was a mess. I wanted to like it, I really did, but when you have one star doing his best, the other one just faking it, and then you have a kid actor who I no longer accept mediocre work from nowadays, giving a mediocre performance.
Just in general from kid actors, or this particular one?
Well, he was being mediocre, but in general, my new rule is I am no longer accepting mediocrity.
We've seen some spectacular kid actors in the last couple of years, so.
The girl from War of the Planet of the Apes was more convincing. And again, my main problem was, each act was a different movie, and I feel like this is a property that should have gotten an HBO series instead of trying to force a movie.
Which is still in the works. So there's still a TV series in the works for The Dark Tower. So look out for that. Yep. But that's it. Thank you very much for watching. As always, like, comment, subscribe, share. Let us know what you think. Did you agree with it? Did you think The Dark Tower was the best thing you've seen ever? Probably not. But there's a chance, so let us know what you thought.
I would like to talk to you.
Right? Yeah, we'll have a conversation. He might just yell at you and tell you you're wrong a lot, but he might not, we'll see what happens.
I rarely do that.
Only to me. Only to me.
Stop being wrong, Dan!
So, clever Eric Meller busting my eardrum.
Handsome Dan Nye trying to slap me.
What?
Anchors away. Boy.